What's up, everybody? Dadbod here, and we are back into Bloodborne. So, we just killed Mikolash in the last episode, and so here we are in the area where we just fought him. So you are free to roam around this area, pick up any of the items you may have left behind when you're fighting Mikolash, and also you have the luxury of doing that without the killer skeleton floating guys that we were dealing with while we were fighting the boss. So they're not here any longer. The one thing you're definitely going to want to make sure that you have is the iron door key, I believe it's called, and we will be using that later. So make sure you have that item. And then, of course, we got the new and improved moon rune, among some other things. So that over there is where we dropped down to fight him in his last phase. So now that you watch that cutscene and the bridge has come up to this level, so now we can cross over here and we have access to the lamp, which we are going to utilize to go back to the Hunter's Dream. So that is the way forward through Murgo's Loft. We're not going to do any of that quite yet because there are some things that we need to take care of before doing that. There's a couple side areas we're going to do first before we proceed. First, we're going to do Cainhurst, the castle, and then after that we're going to do the upper Cathedral Ward. There is something that we need from the upper Cathedral Ward before we can get the full experience from the remaining portion of Murgo's Loft, so we're definitely going to hit the upper Cathedral Ward up first before proceeding forward through Murgo's Loft. Alright, so we're going to do some leveling up. So if we do put one more into Vitality, get to 30, that takes us to our soft cap for Vitality. So anything else we put into this stat will still receive gains, but the gains will be much smaller level for level than they were before. So we need 4,000 more blood echoes roughly. I'll make sure we get that. We'll use 3 tier 8s. That should do it. Oh yeah, that more than did it. Okay, cool.
Welcome.
And then we'll put another level into endurance. Okay, we got plenty of blood echoes left over. I know that we have some blood gems that we need to do. We need to take care of some of that sort of stuff as well. Let's see if we can fortify now that we have some more chunks. Yes, we can take our Ludwigs to +9 now, which is the most we can take it without using a blood rock. Okay, then let's optimize our blood gems on Ludwigs. We have this bad boy now. Physical attack up +12.6. And let's see if we can optimize this slot as well. Nope, doesn't look like it. And then all of these are either fire or bolt, which I don't want to make my weapon fire or bolt. So, by the way, you know those blood gems over here that increase your fire or bolt damage. So the scaling on that is based on the weapon's arcane scaling. So arcane, you know, every weapon I believe has arcane scaling to it, but it doesn't. If you're increasing your arcane stat, it's not going to increase your physical attack based on the arcane scaling. The only thing arcane scaling does is if you equip an arcane blood gem, a bolt blood gem, or fire blood gem, essentially make it elemental, then that's when the arcane scaling comes in. And so let's first say, for example, we have this fire attack blood gem here that gives us a +29. Well, if we had been investing way more points into our arcane, we'd get more than a +29 out of it. So that's what the arcane scaling does on these weapons. So if you're going for more of an arcane build, then you're going to get much more bang for your buck on some of these elemental blood gems that convert your weapon from a normal physical attack weapon to an elemental attack weapon. Okay, so I think that's all we can do here for the time being. I'll top off my fire paper. I know that we bought some extras, so I should have some in storage. And that is correct. We do have some in storage. Okay. And now we can pull some poison knives out because I used some on Mikolash just to show you guys. Okay. So, one thing we're going to do is, in reviewing my footage for the last video, I saw something that I actually missed. So we're going to warp to the lecture building 2nd floor. Because, you know, I was running around for a minute or a couple minutes, and I was like, I thought there's a treasure chest up here. I thought there's a treasure chest up here. Well, I was reviewing the footage for the last video. I realized that there was a door like right in front of my face that I didn't open, and so I feel kind of stupid about that, but I just want to make sure that I don't leave anything hanging behind, and so we're going to run and get that real quick. just kind of ignore these guys while we can. And that door is right over here. I would literally, it was right in front of me and I just didn't even see it. But anyway, okay, so here we go. This is what I was missing. I knew that there was something up here. I just knew it, but I just, whatever. But anyway, so kind of my goal with this walkthrough, one of the goals is to just provide the highest quality experience as possible, leaving little to nothing behind. And especially since this is a rune, I definitely wanted to make sure that we got it. And so you'll notice, you know, if you've been watching this whole thing, that the audio and visual quality has increased pretty substantial from my first video until now. That's just because I've been learning how to do YouTube, how to make things look better, how to edit videos, and how to get better capture and things like that. So I'm just kind of learning along the way, and you know, my goal is to provide the best experience possible and the highest quality content as possible. So hopefully I've been achieving that. All right, so let's go back to the Hunter's Dream now that we got that little loose end. So we are, now that we beat Mikolash, we're actually going to warp back to the Cathedral Ward. There's a couple of NPC things that we need to take care of that we can now do. So let's go back to the Cathedral Ward. Killing Mikolash triggers something with the Ariana quest. And Ariana, she's the woman of the night. You'll notice that after we beat Rom, that she was like feeling sick. And she was like kind of doubled over in her chair, just like feeling kind of out of sorts. So after we beat Mikolash, it triggers something else with her. So let's go check in on her in the Cathedral Ward. So you'll see she's gone. And there's a bloodstain here. Everyone else seems to be okay, except for the old woman. So you remember the old woman, before we get to Ariana, I kind of forgot about this, but now that I see that she's gone, it reminds me. The old woman, remember when we talked to her and we got all those sedatives? Hold on, just wait a wee bit, my little dearie. So she actually ran out of sedatives, and she's going crazy, so she needs those sedatives to medicate herself and stay sane. So she actually went to go get more sedatives since we took so many from her. And, let's see. Is she over here? I forget where she goes, but she's somewhere in this area. Maybe she's not there yet, but maybe we can't find her yet. I don't know what it is, but she should be dead over here because she went to go get sedatives, and she didn't make it far enough, and then she ended up getting killed. So maybe we can't see her body yet. We'll check back at a different time because we're gonna have to kind of go back to this area soonish anyways after Cainhurst, but we'll check back in on her. I don't know why her body isn't there, but I thought it was like right around in this area. But she leaves to go get more sedatives, and maybe she's just gone trying to get them, and on her way back she gets killed or something like that, and we can't see her yet. But yeah, she's not coming back. So what we came here for was Ariana. So she's actually, you can kind of follow this trail of blood back this way, and then we're gonna find out what's going on with her as well. There we go, we got some insight. And it looks like she had a baby.
It can't be. This is a nightmare.
Alright, and it's actually a little demon baby. So if you do that, I know it's kind of you get a 1/3 umbilical cord. So, and from her we get the shoes. So that is how you get one of the 1/3 cords. So we have 3 of them now, and this one is missable. It's missable in several ways. If you don't send her back to Untitled Chapel, you're not going to get this. If she somehow dies, let's say you send that beast beggar guy to the cathedral and he starts killing people, or to the chapel and he starts killing people and he kills her, you're not going to get this. Or even if you beat Mikolash, you just never come back here, you're not going to get this one. Let's see. The 3rd umbilical cord precipitated with encounter with a pale moon, which beckoned the hunters and conceived the hunter's dream. Okay, that's the one we got when we were in the old workshop. Every great one loses his child and then yearns for a surrogate. And Odin, the formless great one, is no different. To think it was corrupted blood that began this eldritch liaison. Okay, so that's how you get one of the third chords. As I mentioned, we only need 3. We have 3 now, but there are 4 in the game, and we're going to get the 4th one as well. So that is the end of her quest line, needless to say. And then that next thing we're going to do is we're going to check in with old Eileen. She happens to be, Eileen happens to be in front of the Grand Cathedral. And so this actually is going to mark the end of her quest line as well. If you try to warp straight to the Grand Cathedral, that lamp is not working. The reason for that is because there's an NPC hunter who is hostile towards us, much like Henrik. When we faced Henrik, you know, we couldn't warp to Gascoigne's lamp, or the lamp in the area where we fought Gascoigne either, when Henrik was there. So there's a hunter in here, so we can't warp there, and there is Eileen. So let's have a chat with her.
Oh. Is that you again? I'm afraid I've made a bit of a blunder. I'm just going to have a short rest. Oh, don't worry. I've taken blood. Enough to save an old woman. No more dreams for me. This is my last chance. What a fool I am. I'll have to tread carefully. But that thing still lies in wait. Turn back. This is my score to settle. My prey lies in... Turn back.
Okay, so much like we ignored her when she told us not to go fight Henrik, we're going to ignore her here. If you have missed any part of her quest line, let's say if you never talked to her to begin with, let's say you turned her hostile towards you, or let's say you missed and didn't fight Henrik like we did, then you are actually going to face Eileen up here. But since we have followed her quest line to the very end, we're actually going to face what is called the Bloody Crow of Cainhurst. So he is a blood tinge hunter. He is using a Chikage, which is a blood tinge based weapon, and he hits like a truck. He is widely believed to be the hardest NPC hunter, and I agree, he is harder than most bosses in this game. He is extraordinarily difficult, so we might not even get him on our first try, but that is okay. And also, just in terms of Eileen back there, she mentioned that she isn't dreaming anymore. So she once was a hunter much like us, where she was linked to the dream, but she is no longer. So if she dies now, then she is a goner for good. And she's not going to join us in this fight like she did the last one. So let's go and engage the fight. He's got a lot of very powerful moves. He's got a repeating pistol. So that's his Chikage. That's a sword that he's using. And he also can use the old hunter's bone to make his dodges extraordinarily fast. You'll see that one hit took a significant portion of our HP. He also uses numbing mist, so he can... there's that repeating pistol, man. That thing just hits like a truck. He uses numbing mist, which if it hits us, we won't be able to heal. He also... So you see how he kind of warps when he dodges? That's because of the old hunter's bone that he just used right there. That stupid repeating pistol is just so powerful. So he'll use numbing mist, which will keep us from using our blood vials, and he has 1 blood vial, which he will use when his HP gets low enough. But fortunately, it's just that 1 blood vial that he'll use. So let's go in and stop messing around. Let's just engage him. And he is parryable, but it's hard to get parries off on him, unfortunately. He is so hard. He just hits really hard, and he's just hard to hit. So sometimes, see, you got to be careful hitting him up close, because if he gets a shot off on you, he will parry you and visceral you, and if he does that, it's over. And you'll see that his Chikage is doing rapid poison to us. Come on. Jeez, he's just so quick. Oh, man. Oops, I meant to heal there, not fire my gun. Come on. Yep, there's his blood vial. Ugh. That repeating pistol, man. Yeah, he is by far the hardest hunter in this game. Not even a question. So when he's using his Chikage in the transform state, it actually drains his blood, so that's why he's taking damage even though I'm not hitting him. Alright, come on. I'm surprised I haven't gotten at least a single parry, and normally I have more luck with the parries, but I'm surprised that wasn't a parry. That was late. I'm out of bullets. Yeah, this is not looking good. Come on. There we go, finally. Do a charge attack on him. Alright, let's see. If we can get another parry, we might could pull this off. Come on. Nope, I'm out of blood bullets and I'm not going to sacrifice more health. I might actually just wait around for his health to drain and only get hits when I absolutely can, because he's almost dead. And he is such a difficult enemy. So there he tried to throw Numbing Mist at me. Alright, come on. Oh, what? I'm trying to be all cautious and he still gets hits on me. Nope. Oh, yep. Dang. I'm almost toast. Oh, so tough, this fight. Alright, got a couple hits in there. Alright, come on. I just need to survive. There we go. I might switch to two-handed form just to get more attack power in. Whoop. Nope, that was a mistake. Yes! Okay, come on. Just a couple more hits and we should be good. Oh, that repeating pistol is so powerful. If we can pull this off, I'm gonna be so pumped. Ugh. I need a quicker hit. Oh, that hit it? Okay, one hit left. One hit left. Okay. Whew. Oh no. Alright, don't screw this up. I just need one more hit. And, oh, he dodged me. No! Oh, that hurts. That is painful. That is painful. My heart is beating so hard right now. And that was... all I needed was one more shot. Oh my goodness, that was... whew, that was brutal. Alright. Hopefully we get him this time. And I'm going to check and see if the old lady's back. Oh, that was awful, man. That repeating pistol's what got me, and I literally just needed one more hit. That was it. Just one more hit. Oh, man. And I could have just equipped the freaking... I could have got him with a... no, he warps too fast for a Molotov. I had this Blood of Adela. I could have used it. I'm equipping it this time in case... so many things. Oh well, it happens. It's the game, and you know, it is what it is. You just gotta roll with it and keep on going. Fortunately, it's not too much of a trek to get back over there, so we'll get there quick. And we had enough blood vials to restore back to full. All right. That was a grade A choke job right there. Good grief. Alright. Come on. Alright. Haven't even got my fire paper on yet. Whoops. Already doing better than last time. Come on. Up. Your stupid gun. I hate you. I don't know why I didn't hit him with my gun right there. He just went right through my attack. That was way too late. Come on. You let me hit him right there. That's shocking. And there's his blood vial. Okay, we're doing much better than we were last time. We just got to survive, be methodical. And, ooh, that could have been bad. That could have been a visceral for him. I'm surprised actually that it wasn't. All right, come on. Give me something I can punish. My gunshots are way too late. Alright, come on, buddy. Oh, no! Dang it! That's it. Alright, third time's a charm. Sorry you have to watch me keep doing this, but he is very, very difficult, as you will soon find. I think, actually, though, the first time I ever fought him, I believe I beat him. But I had, for whatever reason, was doing much better with my parries back then. I don't know what's wrong with my trigger finger these days, but... Alright, we'll get him this time, though. I feel good about it. What's up, boy? There we go. See, it's really that easy to get parries on him. I don't know why I was struggling so much before. Look at that. I've already got like more than a third of his health down. Granted, it's before he uses his blood vial, but still. Alright, come on. Come on. There you go. See, look at this. I don't know why. At least it's going better this time. He hasn't even used his blood vial yet. He's going to use it now, though. Or maybe, will I get him before he uses his blood vial? Alright, don't get greedy now. There we go. Come on. He's dead. Alright, we got him before he even used his blood vial. So, okay, awesome. So glad that we got that over with. And we got the maxed out version of the Blood Rapture rune, so that one... Sweet. Kill rune that transcribes inhuman sounds. Blood Rapture is the raw euphoria of the warmth of blood. Restores HP with visceral attacks, one of the darker hunter techniques. This rune resonates with servants of the Queen, carrier of the Child of Blood, who yearn for their Queen's blood with little hope of requitement. For them, they find solace in Blood Rapture that serves as a surrogate for their desires. All right. So, with that, we're going to work back to the dream. And we are going to make our way to Cainhurst. That's going to be our next place. So, that guy we just fought, he's called the Bloody Crow of Cainhurst, so he is presumably from that area himself. And then we're going to level up one as well. I forget how much I'm going to need to do it, but probably not enough.
Very well.
Yeah, oh, we need 31. Okay, so I'm going to have to use... I'm actually going to use a tier 10. I think think that should get us there. Maybe.
Welcome. What? Very well.
Nope. Need like 100 more. I'm going to sell an item. I'm not going to use another Blood Echo item. Let's see. Sell. Oh, I forgot to go back to Eileen after beating him. Sell one of these. We'll warp back there and go
Welcome.
talk to Eileen.
Very well.
We'll do another arcane. So we almost got our 15 arcane that takes to use some of those items we want to use. All right, sorry, we're gonna have to endure a couple extra load screens. We can now warp back to the Grand Cathedral, which is right by where Eileen is. So let's talk to her real quick. And maybe we might have already inadvertently ended her quest. She may already be dead since we warped and reloaded. But we may have missed out on some dialogue, but fortunately it's not too much. And if we did miss out on dialogue, I can post it in the description below for this episode, just to make sure that we have the true ending. Actually, she I believe gives you some stuff too if you talk to her. So good, she's still there. Okay, perfect.
Don't you ever listen to your elders? No matter. You did save my life. I don't seem to be apt for this life anymore. My glory days were long ago now. I know. Here. For you.
All right, so we got the Crow Hunter badge and the Hunter Carol rune.
This too is hunter's work. But it bears no honor. A burden you may choose to carry. The decision is yours alone. Oh. My eyes grow heavy. Let me rest a while. I'll be fine. Just wait.
Okay, so that's it for her. I think she actually passes away after this. So we got the Crow Hunter's badge as well as the Hunter's rune, and you'll notice the Hunter's rune was that kind of bluish teal color, signifying that it's a Covenant rune that we can equip in that Covenant slot. So we're going to go back to the Hunter's Stream, optimize our stuff real quick, and then we're going to head off to Cainhurst. So that is the end of Eileen's quest. The Crow Hunter's badge, which she gave us, actually is going to unlock some new stuff in the shop. Let's check out the badge real quick, see if it has any good lore for us. The Crow Hunter badge, a badge of Hunter of Hunters, who hunt those who have become addled with blood. The badge of the Hunter of Hunters is quietly passed down from generation to generation, usually to an outsider from the hinterlands. To be entrusted with this cursed badge, one must be strong, resilient to the seduction of blood, and gracious when taking a comrade's life. So if we head over to the shop, let's see if it gives us any regular items that we can buy. No. But it does allow us to buy the Blade of Mercy. This is a skill-based weapon, and it is very quick. You'll see it's quite expensive, actually. A lot of people, this is a favorite for some people. You can kind of dual wield them, I believe, and they're very quick, and you can use them to pack a lot of damage in. I think the DPS on these things are pretty high if you choose to level them up. Actually, the earliest in the game, you can actually get the Blades of Mercy way earlier in the game. You can get the get Eileen's badge to purchase these if you kill her when you first talk to her. Like that first time when you talk to her in Central Yarnum before we even fought Gascoigne, you can kill her right there. She's tough, but you can do it. And if you kill her there, you will get the badge, the Crow Hunter badge, and you will be able to buy the Blades of Mercy that early in the game. Some people actually do that because they like to use the Blades of Mercies throughout their whole playthrough. We also have the Crow Feather Garb now at the merchant, so we can buy Eileen's armor. So pretty cool. And let's see if there's anything else for us at the Insight shop. We can now buy Bloodstone Chunks. I believe since after we beat Mikolash, we can buy the Bloodstone Chunks for 20 apiece. No new garb. Alright, let's top off our fire paper. We got no blood vials in storage. And let's fix our runes real quick. So just for the sake of wanting to get more blood echoes, I'm going to unequip this anti-clockwise metamorphosis. It'll take off some stamina, but I'll be able to equip the new moon rune that we got during the Mikolash fight. We'll get even more blood echoes, and now we can equip this Hunter Covenant rune. So this is a multiplayer one, so we hadn't equipped it before, but this one increases the speed of your stamina recovery. So this is very good. I recommend equipping this. It is very useful to have just that increased stamina regeneration. So that being said, I think we're ready now to head over to Cainhurst. So Cainhurst, if you remember from the Cainhurst summons, we get there by leaving from Hemwick. Actually, probably would have been quicker to warp to the room where we fought the Witches of Hemwick, but either way, we'll get there pretty quickly. So there's a spot where you go where it triggers a little cutscene if you have the Cainhurst summons. If you don't have the Cainhurst summons, then it's not going to trigger the cutscene, and you're not going to get to Cainhurst. The only way to get there is with the summons, which we did get. If you remember, we got the Cainhurst summons when we made it back to Yosefka's clinic via that back way to her clinic through the Forbidden Woods. And so we're going to take on that new area. Again, it is an optional area, but it does have some lore implications, and it is actually a very cool area. I actually do enjoy Cainhurst. It's just very scenic, I guess. Has some cool architecture and just art in general, and it is quite fun. So we are going to make our way there. To get there, you have to have the summons, as I said, and then you just walk right by this little thing, and then it'll trigger the cutscene automatically. Okay, so now we just go here, ride the carriage, and we're off. Alright, so here we are. We got some insight. And you'll notice these horses that took us there are dead. There's our carriage, and, you know, there's not really a bridge back. So there's Central Yarnum. You can see the clock tower. And it's behind us over there. And, you know, there's no way back. So here we go. We're going to go forward. And this area of the game is just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's just very visually appealing in here. So the gate opens to greet us, and here we have our lamp. So if we need to warp back, this is where we do it. So this first area is just kind of wide open, just a big snowy field. There are, of course, some enemies around here. Also a couple items. So this is when this here is for when we unlock the shortcut later on in the level. And I believe there's an item back here. Yep. Frenzied Cold Blood Tier 9. Okay, so away we go. And there's a lot of statues here for you to admire. A lot of stuff going on here. A lot of detail went into this. area. A lot of hard work, I'm sure. Okay, so these guys, these little blood bug things, giant blood bugs, they hit hard. Although if you can time it right, a charge attack is the best way to deal with these guys, or a jump attack will work as well. You're going to kind of want to use sort of rangy attacks, because if you're right up close to them, those swipes of theirs do hurt. Their attacks are pretty powerful, so I would recommend you know, using charge attack, thrust attack type attacks, or as you noticed, a jump attack works quite well as well to kill these things, because they do hit hard. And of course, as best as you can, fight them 1 versus 1. You don't want a bunch of them attacking you all at once. So there's this one. You can also sneak up on him, or if you just get the first step on him, that'll help you out quite a bit. So in these cases, he's gonna. Sometimes they jump at you. When they jump at you, you just kind of gotta. Whoops! He got the hit on us. Stab, swipe. That got him. So we're powerful enough to handle these guys with our +9 now, Ludwigs. Oops. Oops. This is not the best place to fight them, because the terrain is not favorable to an encounter, but we still got him though. Sometimes I think he actually jumps up to the main level. I don't know why he was hanging out down here, but... and there's another one. Oh boy. See if you get the descending attack on... Nope. Oh, there we did. We got it. Alright, he's dead. So down here we have more worm things, and there's actually an item over there. I'm going to ignore all the worms, because these things are just a pain to fight. I'm going to run and get the item, and hopefully not die in the process. You'll see a bunch of them are jumping out at us now. Oh geez, that might have been a bad idea. Alright, we made it. Good. Alright. So, still in one piece. Always a good thing. Other than that, over here, there's kind of a gathering of these blood bugs. And I think if you're careful, you can sneak up on them. So let's do that. Most of them are facing away. There's a few items around here. One of them looks full. Alright, got that one. One shot. This one's going to notice us, but we can get him in one shot if we do a well-timed charge attack. And then this one we can sneak up behind as well. So let's do that. Pick up the item along the way. Frenzy Cold Blood Tier 8. And get one shot without him noticing us. No problem. Alright, cool. Got some blood gems. And some numbing mist. You would think that that numbing mist is an indicator that, you know, there's going to be enemies here that you would use this on, but nobody around here heals themselves, so there's really no apparent use for the numbing mist around here. Just want to make sure I didn't miss an item back in this direction. Yep, there's something over here. And it is more numbing mist. I believe the thing is that numbing mist originated from Cainhurst or something along those lines, so that's why we're finding it here, but you know, we don't really need to use it. Numbing mist is mainly going to be used, you know, when you're doing PvP to keep, you know, your opponent from healing. Okay. So in here, got some new enemies. So these people scrubbing the floor, not aggressive right now, but I believe they can get up and attack you, or there's at least are some other ones who will attack you. The main enemies in these parts are going to be these ghosts that pop up. Thrust attacks are your friend against these ghosts. And you just gotta fight, keep your distance, fight them very methodically, and you'll do just fine. You'll see they popped up behind me, so... yeah. Oh, nope. A non-charge attack won't get them, unfortunately, so we gotta do charge attacks on each of them. We'll get them all with one shot with a charge attack. That's how I deal with these, is just a thrust. And you want to be wary of their dagger stabs, because they do kind of like a combo, and they'll do a decent bit of damage with those if you're not careful. So just make sure you keep your distance, and you'll do just fine. Definitely don't get yourself surrounded by them. Okay, so there's one right here. Madman's knowledge. Okay. Get this one. And over here we have a treasure chest with the Rider Palash. So this is a new weapon. Here we go. Weapon wielded by the Knights of Cainhurst combines elegant knight sword with the peculiar firearm wielded by the Cainhurst Order. The old nobles, longtime imbibers of blood, are no strangers to the sanguine plague, and the disposal of beasts was a discreet task left to their servants, or knights as they were called, for the sake of appearances. So I believe, what are the stats for this thing that you need? Okay, so it requires 10 blood tinge to use, so we don't have 10 blood tinge, so we can't even use it. Cool item, don't want to miss it. Cool weapon, rather. Especially if you're going for that weapons trophy, you're going to need to get all these weapons, and I don't know if there's any other way to get the Rider Palash than that treasure chest right there. Alright, kill all these ghosts. Unfortunately, we're strong enough to handle this area without too much trouble. So that, you see, that one is actually attacking us. And there we go, got that ghost and bloodstone chunk. Good deal. Not doing bad for blood echoes either, since we're killing all these enemies. Getting 776 a pop. And there's a lot of these things around here, so. Okay. Anything for us? Nope. Alright. So don't be fooled. There's a bunch of ghosts in here that just haven't showed up yet. Oh, jeez. That was almost bad. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming of killing these things one by one and not getting ganged up. Okay. Whoops, too close for that one, but still got it. Abandoned dinner hall. Looks like they had quite the meal here. Okay. Inside of this chest, we have the noble dress. So let's take a look at this thing. The noble dress. Finely tailored Bordeaux dress, worn by the nobles of the old bloodline that traces back to the forsaken castle Cainhurst. If this dress looks familiar, that's because this is the dress that Ariana, the woman of the night, was wearing. So she has ties to Cainhurst, somehow, some way. At least she's wearing their attire. So very interesting indeed. And you can put it on if you want. Certain item over here? Nope. Okay. Alright, so that gargoyle over there looks like just any other ordinary statue, but it is an enemy, and they do hurt if they grab you. So just be aware. Don't let them jump out at you and scare you. Oh, still let him grab me. Oh my gosh. Alright, get off me. Now you're dead. Okay. Yeah, don't let him grab you. The first time that happened to me, though, it actually scared me. There's one up there, and then there's one that just flew over here. They're actually not that hard as long as you're kind of anticipating them. And then there's one up here. I think there's an item up here as well. Let's see if we can sneak up on him. Get a backstab. There we go. Another bloodstone chunk. And so there's the area we started, Cainhurst. So there's where we just came from. So we got a nice little view down there. And look at this. I mean, this castle is just, oof, So good. Let us proceed. Here's another gargoyle. Come on, buddy. Ha 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 ha! Not gonna happen this time. Alright. So this is a Knight of Cainhurst. So, if you remember, that's the Rider Palash, by the way. If you remember reading the description of the Rider Palash, like the Knights of Cainhurst mentioned they were like servants. They're not knights as you would think of knights, but anyway, that's him and his Rider Palash are no longer. So over here, if you travel down this way, we're gonna have some. We're gonna have an item. It's gonna be a new armor set, but it is guarded by 2 gargoyles that are going to aggro to us as soon as we draw near. So I'm going to charge attack this one, and then see what this guy is in store. They also do have projectile attacks, so they have their melee attacks, and then if you are far enough away, they're going to shoot kind of like a sound wave at you that does some damage as well. So this guy drops some Twin Bloodstone shards, and we have the Executioner Garb. So the Executioner Garb, this is what our friend Alfred was wearing. So now we can don this attire as well, if we so choose. Attire worn by the band of executioners commanded by the martyr Logarius. I know that Alfred has made mention to Logarius himself, calling him his master. Later became the basis for all church attire with its heavy draping of holy shawl. As the great Logarius once said, acts of goodness are not always wise and acts of evil are not always foolish, but regardless, we should always strive to be good. So, Martyr Logarius, keep that name in mind. Alfred's master. So here we have a new area. There's a bunch of ghosts in here. Fun, fun. And in this treasure chest, we have the Vile Blood Register. I believe this is just a multiplayer item. So right next to that treasure chest, we have the elevator shortcut that I made reference to earlier. Let's check out the Vile Blood Register. Is it here? Did I pass it already? Or maybe it's an item. Is it a consumable? There we go. Red-leathered record of Vile Bloods, loyal to the covenant of Annalise, Queen of the Vile Bloods at Cainhurst Castle. A record of the Vile Bloods, bloodlusting hunters who seek blood dregs of their prey, kept throughout the ages. Note: online use only. So here we go. We've activated our handy shortcut, so we are right back down to where the lamp is. We're not going to warp back just yet. There's some business we have to take care of first. So we're going to make our way through this area. Beware, there's this thing on those little stairs over there that's going to shoot blow darts at us, and when they do that, it makes these, when the frenzy dart, or it's not a frenzy dart, I shouldn't say that, but when the dart hits you, it causes these ghosts to all go crazy. So I run past them, and hope I don't get, I just got hit by one, and see, they just made that blood-curdling scream, and I don't know exactly what it does, but now I have this mark on top of me, and I don't like having marks on. I think it. Yeah. Oh gosh. Am I gonna die here? No. I think it just makes them way more aggressive towards you. So now that we've killed that thing, it's not gonna be shooting darts at us anymore. We're just gonna kill these things as normal. Okay. Good deal. Alright. I think that's all of them down here. So, a little secret. You can go up these stairs and roll off, and you'll land on this little table here and get access to this treasure chest, which has the Evelyn, which is a it's a much higher powered pistol than what we have equipped. But I don't believe we have the stats for it, sadly. Yeah, you need 18 in Blood Tinge to use this thing, but it is a much higher powered pistol than the Hunter's pistol. Scales with a B on Blood Tinge. Okay, so next we go up the stairs. Take care of this thing. And there's another blow dart person over here. So let's take care of her. I think there's another one even over here. Yep, up there. Nope. Get out of here. I think she is that wielding a. Yep, that's a Rider Palach wielding person. Another Rider Palach wielding person. Alright, let me get my heal off. Thank you. Alright, off with ya. I need these blood vials. Oh, blow dart person. Okay, bloodstone chunk. Nice. And that's it for that direction. So let's loop around here, see if we missed anything over this way. Oh, hello. Good, I need all these blood vials. Okay. So, the way forward is through this door right here, or window rather. Be careful not to just run off. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to drop down right here onto this little ledge, pick up the Quicksilver bullets, and then, let's see, drop over this way. There's going to be some gargoyles that join the party right here. There they are. Or maybe just one of them? I thought there were two of them. Is there another one that comes over here? Yep, there he is. What's up? Alright. Short-lived. Okay, so through here is technically... Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. Another area with a bunch of these things. And there are some of these that have, like, that are headless. And when they, like, they'll look at... Well, they won't look at you because they're headless, but they'll face you kind of your direction, and then they'll scream, and it'll stun you. Yeah, see, they'll hold up their head, and then when you get too close to them while they're screaming, they'll stun you. And if you're close enough to them, they'll actually run up to you and do a pretty powerful attack on you. So you don't want to get too close to them while they hold up their head and scream. So you want to make sure you attack them while they're not holding their head up. Because otherwise, they will have a very powerful attack in store for you. Let's see. So just be careful around those ones with their heads chopped off. Hello. And in here we have the Knight's Garb. That would be the Cainhurst Knight's Garb. I believe it's a very blood tinge. Dang it! I still got the kill though, fortunately. Up, that blow dart guy's getting his shots in. Alright, so that's a headless one. I'm just gonna run in and before she can stun me. And get this blow dart person. And I think this is the last one in this room. Over here we have another treasure chest. Executioner's Glove. That is a hunter's tool that we do not have the arcane to use. We need 20 arcane for the Executioner Gloves. It basically shoots like a skull projectile from you. So it's a long-range attack. Pretty cool. Actually, the next boss we're going to fight uses it. So we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so that's it for this room. So we got the Knight's Garb. So that garb is actually very good for blood tinge damage resistance, I believe. There is a boss that we're going to fight in the DLC that is very blood tinge heavy, so I actually equipped that armor for that fight. So up here, a gargoyle. Just don't be surprised. We get a tier 10 cold blood, but then we have to face the gargoyle. So I'll call it a fair trade. I'll take the tier 10 cold blood just to kill one shindig. Okay. So in this room, we have a lever to pull. Shocking, I know. Operate the device. And it pulls back this bookshelf right here that was previously blocking our way and reveals a ladder upwards. Not bad. And up here, there's a few things for us in this treasure chest. We have warm cold blood, a gemstone. I believe around here there's going to be a skull head, so we want to get that because he will drop chunks for us. Maybe he's on the other side. Yeah, he must be on the other side. Oh, there he is. So, let's get this thing, get his chunks. There we go, 2 of them. Cool. All right. And I think that's it for this area. So, this way up these stairs is the way to the boss. We are out of time for now, so we're going to have to fight the boss first thing in the next episode. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use a Bold Hunter's Mark, and we're going to warp back to the Hunter's Dream, because we have a lot of blood echoes at stake here, so we're going to do some leveling up and probably purchase some blood vials, which again, normally I would farm for them, but for the sake of time and not wanting to take too long on this playthrough just farming for stuff, I'm going to do some more purchasing than I would do on any other playthrough where normally I would do some farming. But I have shown you guys the farming route at least a couple times that I use in Central Yarnum. So let's level up.
Welcome. Very well.
Let's get us some arcane and endurance. So we have 20,000 left, which we're going to use for purchasing blood echoes, or blood vials rather. 28 more. Okay, cool. All right. Awesome. Well, guys, I think that just about does it for us for this episode. So thank you so much for watching this Bloodborne walkthrough. I hope you guys have found it very valuable. If you wouldn't mind, join the squad by subscribing to the channel and also leave a like and a comment. Thank you guys so much. Your support means a lot to me, and I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.